today I want to create one of the largest survival builds I've ever made with a single purpose, enchanting. Now, because this is going to be an absolutely ginormous library, we need to figure out how to get a lot more books, which is actually a massive issue. And to solve this issue, I have two ideas. The first one is to, well, massively expand the cow farm. Boring. Or we can try to find a stronghold with one of those big library rooms. So, logically, I guess it is time to head to the nether and get some blaze rods. Oh my god, what is this? Why have I got a different portal? And why am I'm not even kidding, I almost fell in because of these guys. They almost just pushed me into the lava. Bro, why is my portal in a different spot? Okay, well, thankfully, it is even closer to the nether fortress that's like right here, which is actually perfect. So that's fine by me. I'm gonna make a bridge over here and I'll meet you there. Dude, it's crazy to think that like if I let go of shift right now, like the series is, it's all over. Dude, my intrusive thoughts are like, I'm vocalizing them. Okay, and welcome to the fortress. Now we need to, oh god, okay. We need to find some blazes. Oh man, I should have brought a bow. What am I even thinking, bro? No way. I literally just had a feeling I was gonna get one. That is my second wither skeleton killed in this world, and I've gotten a skull. No way, dude. There was just two blocking this way here. That's crazy, bro. Well, two more and we can kill the wither. Oh god, dude. I don't know when that's happening. Okay, thank Christ, dude. I was starting to get worried this place wouldn't have a blaze spawner, but it does. And I really should have brought a shield for this. Right, well, I do have 3 blaze rods back at home, so we shouldn't need to get a ridiculous amount, but I mean, I will just stay here for a little while and gather as many as I kind of can. So I'll be right back. All right, and thankfully it didn't take too long at all to get a bunch more blaze rods, and in this time I also cleaned up this spawn room a little bit should we need to return in the future. Okay, and there is a whole bunch of blaze rods obtained, 12 in total. Now we need ender pearls. So I need to try and find one of those blue biomes or go to the overworld again and just hope that we can find a bunch of them. Oh, mate, both strategies are honestly looking quite painful at the moment. So I'm gonna scout around for a little while and hopefully we can find a one of those warped bloody stinking biomes. Okay, I've made it all the way over to the other nether stronghold thing where there is a blue biome, thankfully. Oh, and there's an enderman. There is our first boy. I'm gonna just chill out around here for a while, kill a bunch of endermen, and yeah, I will hopefully meet you back in the overworld unbloody scathed. Yeah, we'll see how we go. Okay, well, I have bad news. Oh my god, this is not good at all. Yeah, when I was killing an enderman, I accidentally smacked a baby one. Needless to say, they're all pissed off now. Ooh! That is not good. Look at them all! I'm not even kidding. We may be mega screwed here. Oh, wow, that's a lot of blokes. Well, we may as well take advantage of the XP we can get. Oh, mate, this is not good. Okay, I've spent quite a while over there now. I've gotten 10 ender pearls so far. We do have 1 back at base, so I'm praying that that is going to be enough. Is this little bastard going to attack me? Oh, God, you're so cute. How's it going, bro? I think it is now time to get back home and make up some ender eyes, and hopefully we can find a stronghold close by. Okay, well, just before we go, I'm definitely going to need silk touch on my axe. It's going to save a lot of wood, so let's buy one for 1 emerald here. That is so good, dude. All right, and let's get that added onto our axe. Beautiful. 11 levels. Not so beautiful, but there we go. We now have silk touch, and I think it is officially time to craft up some eyes of ender, and let's go ahead and figure out which way we need to head first. Bang. Where'd it go? That way. Of course it's landed on top of a tree, you little bastard. Okay, so it looks like we need to go this way past my little trading village over here. I'm gonna head like all the way over there and throw another one and we'll see where we have to go from there. Wait. This seems like the perfect opportunity to bring out Pickles. How's it going, mate? Let's take you for a bloody well spin. This is like the best time for us to use you, so we may as bloody stinking well. Okay, we've made it over to this other village here that we have explored. Let's see where we have to go next. Okay, the same way. Oh, bro, I'm hoping this isn't like thousands of blocks away. Oh, mate. Ooh, check this out. Okay, my travels have led me to a little bit of a village outpost. That is so cinematic, like on the top of this big hill. That's so cool. Well, I've been heading this way for quite a while. We've gone through this entire forest. Let's see if we need to keep going this way. Oh, okay, it's actually changed directions. That's good. That means we're getting closer. Oh my god, I've just thrown another eye and it's telling me to go back the other way. That means the stronghold is very close. Oh, that's so good. It is not far from base at all. Like, we're probably like 1,000 or 2,000 blocks away, which, I mean, it is kind of far, but dude, with our horse, it's so quick. All right, let's chuck another one right here. Oh, it's gone underground. I'm gonna quickly make a fence to hitch up our little Pickles right here. Come here, mate. Where the hell do you think you're going? Okay, and there we go. Pickles is safe and sound, hopefully. You chill up here for a while. I'm gonna go find the stronghold. Okay, I have been digging for quite a while, and I think we have finally found it, although... Wait... This is a trial chamber. Wait, what? Are these broken? Do these lead you to trial chambers now as well? Oh, bro, please don't tell me. Like, I think I'd actually probably tear up if that was the case. Oh, God, there's things down there making sounds and stuff. Dude. What? I was not wanting to do... Okay, I do not want to do that. Dude, are you serious? Oh, brother, what? Okay, well... Dude, I don't know where this stronghold is then. Right, now, you know what? We're not being little bitches, okay? We're going in. I'm getting in there. I don't care. Maybe we can get some cool stuff. Oh, look at the copper blocks as well, dude. Easy access to copper blocks whenever we need. Yeah, dude, these guys are not a problem at all. Like, I keep forgetting that we have freaking full protection 4 diamond armor. Actually, no, we don't. We have 1 protection 4. But, dude, these guys are, like, no threat at all. Those guys, though. Oh, God. Like, it's one of those breeze things down there. That's scary. All right, well, let's use one of these bows. Put it to some good use. It's my first bow shot in this world. Okay, and I can't hit a shot to save my life. See you later. Wait, do you see that? I only just noticed. There's... Ooh, what the... Okay, let's take this guy out. You're a little bit scary. Some breeze rods, whatever the hell they're called. Ooh, like look at this. The stronghold is... it's like integrated in with the trial chamber. What the hell? That is so weird. Like, what are the chances of that happening? Both of them spawning in the same spot. Oh, and the silverfish. I kind of forgot about that. Oh, look at that. We did this one. We got some bread. That kind of stinks. All right, well, we're not here for the trial chamber. We are here for the stronghold. Specifically for the bloody books, okay? I mean, it would be cool if I had enough ender eyes to actually, like, fill up the portal, which we have 10 in total, so we should be fine to fill it up. I don't know if I'm going to be going in there. Like, don't get your bloody hopes up, okay? Oh my, and there it is. That is exactly what we have been looking for. That is quite literally perfect. Look at the books. Oh, that is so stinking good. It even goes up here too. That is beautiful. There's a chest over there as well. We're gonna have to check that out. Dude, this is how we're gonna be building our library. Like, this is perfect. Let's see what the chest has to offer. Unbreaking 3 and a smithing template for some armor trim. That's good. I'm taking that, and I'm taking your book. Unbreaking 3, that's pretty expensive back at home, so I'm honestly pretty happy with that. But yeah, dude, we have made it to the library. I feel like this should be more than enough books, but, you know, I'm gonna gather all of it regardless, so let's get stinking to it. All right, dude, I'm thinking that is going to be plenty of bookshelves. Almost 4 stacks there, which is, yeah, plenty. Also, we did get another chest that I actually haven't opened yet. Let's have a look. Oh my God, 4 enchanted books. What do we got? Frostwalker, bunch of crud, sharpness 3, unbreaking 3. That's pretty nice. Smite 4. Holy crap. Smite 4, sweeping edge 3. That's going to be a good zombie sword in one freaking thing there. I honestly should just grab all of these. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. Cheers for that, mate. Okay, well, that is this library completely cleaned out. Like, this is just a barren freaking wasteland now. I think what I'm going to continue doing is obviously exploring this freaking stronghold, okay? I haven't been in one of these in quite a long time. So I'm going to continue rummaging around and see what we can find. Hopefully, the actual portal itself. That'd be kind of cool, you know? Dude, these strongholds are in desperate need of some love, and hey, like this, it's so dated and old. Like, there's so much cool stuff that they could do with this structure that's just like, just not there at the moment. I've done so many stronghold redesigns in the past, like, oh, bro, like, come on, man, spruce this crap up. It's literally just stone hallways and doors and like an occasional fountain. And well, it does look like this whole end is basically a dead end, okay? Like, I've searched everything. Oh, there's another ender pearl. Oh, no way. No way. Check that out. Another library. Are you kidding me? That is so good. Okay, well, we have definitely got more than enough books that we can get. Let's check this chest out. Another smithing template. Fire protection 3. Dude, I need more space. Yeah, well, I'm literally pretty much out of space here. So, I don't know if I'm going to be able to gather all of these books as well. Oh, man, but it would save so much time. Let's check this chest. What do we got? Piercing 4. Yeah, those are kind of crud. Another template. We've got 4. We can fully freaking trim up our armor if we wanted to. Yeah, I'm gonna leave these books here for now because I think we do have plenty. We can always, of course, just come straight back here if we do end up needing more. I'm gonna now try and find the Stinking Well portal. Hopefully we find it one day here, man. Like, Jesus Christ, this place is a labyrinth. Oh, and there it is. We found it. Oh my... Are you serious? No eyes filled. I don't think I've ever seen a portal with no eyes in it. Brother, that's not great, isn't it? Look at that. There's like this trials chamber on the other side of that. That's so weird. All right, well, we have 8 ender pearls, meaning we can make 8 ender eyes, which is not gonna be enough. We need 12 in total. Dude, I was hoping at least some of them would be filled out. Okay, I was wondering why silverfish kept spawning. It's because there is literally a spawner right in front of my face. All right, well, let's just craft all of these into some eyes and we'll just get this pre-filled for when we are ready to come back here. So we need 4 more, which isn't the end of the world. All right, well, the stronghold has been conquered. We're not exactly heading to the end just yet, although I really do definitely want to take care of that soon. Having a elytra would just be, be so good, dude. So I think it is time to officially head back home and get started building our giant library structure. Okay, and welcome back home. We made it back in one piece. Pickles has been retired back to his little home, and now it is time to begin figuring out exactly where I want my library, and well, I've already figured it out, okay? Just let me go ahead and tell you. I want to go ahead and transform this entire area right here eventually into like some kind of massive town, village, city thing, okay? And I basically want this giant library building to be the main kind of central focus. So we're kind of like officially starting off this city with its main central build here. And oh, dude, I'm super excited to get it done. I literally just got goosebumps up and down my legs thinking about how cool it's gonna be. And well, let me tell you, I have decided on using some spruce for this build, okay? It's so much easier to gather, and I have been using a lot of dark oak recently, so I think it's time to switch it up a little bit back to some spruce wood. And yeah, I'm going to need an absolute crap load of it. It's gonna be kind of ridiculous. So I've got 2 big tasks ahead of me before I can actually get started with this build. Firstly is cleaning up this landscape, probably excavating a lot of this dirt, and then of course chopping down an absolute metric crap ton of spruce trees, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and get these 2 massive tasks done as a bit of a time lapse. Let's get stinking to it. Firstly, continuing on with clearing out the land for our mega library build. This did need a surprising amount of terraforming to get it fitting in, but honestly, we profited a lot of materials from this that we'll be putting straight back into the build anyway. I then transitioned my way over to the spruce tree farm and chopped down a lot of stinking trees. I'm planning on using stripped spruce for the walls, which is going to be super expensive. Okay, we are officially back. It has been a couple of hours, but the area has been cleared out and I have gathered a lot of resources, okay? Something I forgot is I needed a lot of andesite, okay? I'm actually planning on using andesite for like the pillars, and like I want towers on each 4 corners, and I feel like andesite is just the way to bloody stinking go, okay? I've also gathered a lot of spruce wood. We've got a little bit of dark oak. I'm probably gonna have to get more of that, okay? Now it is time to begin working on the positioning, okay? So this is going to be our first tower on the front lefticus side, and essentially my idea is to, have 4 towers, and I want like hallways basically connecting all of those, and then the inside of this is actually gonna be open, like it's gonna have just clear sky above it, so it's almost like a library compound kind of thing. And dude, I think it's gonna look sick. So now as we transition to the pillars here, we're gonna have something like that. And then our other front right tower is going to be situated right here. So that is the entire layout of the front there. And then I'm essentially gonna repeat this exact same layout on the back and then connect them up on the sides as stinking well. You know what? I'm probably just gonna get that all done as a time lapse, as well as raising up a lot of these pillars. So let's get to it. Okay, and there we have the general framework for the library. I ended up deciding on making this back tower kind of the highest. And I mean, it'll make sense once, you know, you see exactly what I'm going for with this. But now it is time to begin working on the walls. Like I said previously, I want these to be pretty much just entirely spruce wood like this. But something I've actually kind of completely forgotten I'm gonna need is an absolute crap load of glass, okay? I think this is probably my first build in this world using glass for the windows instead of fences, just because I'm wanting a more kind of established, like, I don't know, less medieval and more kind of like, I don't even know, Victorian era? Bro, I have no idea. I'm literally just spitting out random words. So I'm going to need to go harvest an absolute crap load of sand. Now we do have a lot, you know, in this area, but I don't really want to defile our river system, okay? I also need to repair my shovel. This thing's at bloody 367. It's not looking good. Oh, bro, of course the last two numbers are those two, like, brother. So to repair my tools, all I've been doing is just gathering a crap ton of melons. Firstly from this little mini farm here, and then from my giga farm over here. And then we head over to our 2 farmer villages, of which I definitely need to get more of because, yeah, we're probably not even gonna go halfway through these melons. Get my shovel in hand, I stand up here, and then we just go ahead and do the max frickin' trade right here. Bang. And I've actually been buying these golden carrots as well because they're really good food and, you know, I may as bloody well. It's more XP, and there we go. Our shovel's basically halfway now. Okay, it's nowhere near halfway, but, you know, it should be good enough for now. And now what I want to do is look for somewhere. Oh my stinking goodness, that has a lot of sand. Holy crap, what is that? Dude, I haven't even seen that. That's like a little mini desert, but it's just a giant island of sand. Okay, and here we are on Sandy Island. Well, honestly, I don't know what I would do with this place anyway. It's pretty far away. I mean, even if I was going to do something here, I would probably flatten it anyway. So that is what I'm going to be doing to harvest our sand, is just kind of flatten this island. I don't want to uglify it, okay? I want to keep the landscape looking pristine and natural, and that's pretty much my game plan for whenever I harvest things, you know? I always want to keep the land looking natural. I don't want giant ugly holes everywhere, okay? Okay, I am back with a bunch of glass. I've got plenty more smelting back at base, so don't bloody stink and worry. Let's get to adding in a couple of windows. All right, you okay there, buddy? Like, Jesus Christ. Also, if you're wondering why my glass is kind of like, you know, it's not completely transparent. It's bloody well complementary shaders, okay? All right, and so that right there is our first stinking window. I think we're gonna repeat that exact same thing up here, you know, one more time to give us a little something like that so far. Obviously, that is quite bland and boring, so we're gonna crack out a bunch of dark oak kind of accenting blocks, and we're gonna spruce this up. Okay, well, we're gonna dark oak it up. Okay, so I'm thinking something that could look quite nice is just simply outlining these windows with some slabs and some trapdoors. So we're just gonna line the insides here with trapdoors just like this, and then we're gonna close all of those up, and that is pretty much it. I think when we get to the windows over here, we'll definitely do a little bit more of like an intricate kind of design. You know, I'm more of like a less is more kind of person. So, I mean, we'll definitely get a flower pot added in the middle of each of these. I think that'll look really nice, and just add like a little bit of a pop of color. Okay, I'm back with some flowers. We've got the flower pots in. Let's chuck these in. Dude, I wish we could place them here, but if I place these on the outside, it's just gonna look goofy. So that's just how it is. But dude, that's such like a simple wall. I kind of like it. I mean, it's gonna contrast nicely with over here. We're gonna get something a little bit more kind of, you know, built up, okay? So don't stink and worry. All right, so hear me out. This is what I'm thinking. We get some glass panes in here. Then what we do, we line the bottom with some slabs. Then we get some slabs at the top in the middle, and then we could probably add some trapdoors on the sides, and then we just connect these up here with some fences like so. And that way we have kind of, you know, the same kind of like basic principle here of outlining the window on the outside layer, except it's just like a completely different layout. And yeah, I do quite like that. That also gives us 2 spots here to add in a couple of flowers just like so. Hell yeah, dude. That is gonna look awesome once we get this whole wall added in. Now, as for our entrance here, we obviously have quite a substantially larger bit of an area here. I'm thinking what I might do is just have like a big open entrance, and then above that maybe like a window or something. I'm not entirely sure just stinking yet, but what I am sure of is that I'm excited for how this whole wall is going to turn out. Oh, I'm super excited. Now this wall over here is going to be exactly the same as this wall. Like, I just want to have 2 big entrances that kind of meet right in the middle, which is where our enchanting area is going to be, spoiler alert. And then these back walls, we're going to have like pretty much just entirely bookshelves and stuff on them. So these are probably, I'm not even kidding, just probably going to be solid walls like this. We can't really do windows at all. So these are just going to be solid bricked up stinking ass walls like this, I'm thinking. So yeah, now I think it is time to go ahead and get into another bit of a time lapse of, you know, just repeating these designs across everything here and getting all of the walls built out. All right, continuing on with the front wall here, I got all the windows on the left side completed and then worked on the entrance design design, getting a big opening along with a very intricate window design above that I'm quite happy with. It was then onto the second tower design, repeating the same details from the first, along with beginning on the second wall, which would house another entryway just like the first. After getting that wall fully finished with plenty of pod plants, of course, I worked on the third tower as well as the first back wall, simply consisting of stripped spruce logs. I built out the fourth largest tower as well as getting the last of the walls all done. Holy mother of God, that took a lot longer than I expected. But here we are, dude. All of the walls are now completely done. Well, except for the inside walls. But dude, look at the size of this complex. Like, this is ridiculously big. I honestly, this might be too big. Also, I don't know if you can hear, but just have a listen to this. We got a new keyboard. Also, professional typing there. Dude, it sounds so good. It's so much smaller too. I'm gonna have to get used to it, but like, man, it's good. Okay, well, I think the next logical step here is to get working on the roof, okay? Actually, even maybe before that, I might add the inside kind of pillars. My idea is basically to have like maybe andesite pillars on the inside and have like arches. I don't know. I think that's gonna give like kind of the courtyard look that I'm after. So I think what I'm gonna do is add pillars kind of in line with the existing ones over here. That's a bit annoying. Okay, the corner pillars are gonna have to be like that. That's fine. And yeah, I don't know. I'll get that figured out. But yeah, heading up to the roof, I do have a pretty good idea of how I want this to be laid out. So firstly, along the front here, I want something a little bit like this. And then as we transition to this kind of middle portion, we'll get this kind of style roof going a little bit like that. Oh yeah, that's gonna look sick. Bang, there we go. Just something a little bit like, okay, dude, settle down. Something a bit like that. And dude, that frames that like window design so nicely. I really do like that. That's awesome. Then over at the towers, I want to try like kind of a very steep roof design. Something a bit like this. Let's just jump down and make sure that that is looking how I want it. Yeah, that's cool. And so then the roof will continue on from that height there all the way down to this tower. And then it'll be the same on that corner as well. And then as for the actual roof, I'm thinking dark oak. Okay, we just had to introduce the dark oak back in. Like, I feel like it's going to contrast really nicely with, you know, everything else here. And yeah, I'm super excited to get all of this roof done. Like, it's going to look so much better. Like, it already looks sick. It's going to look way better with it done. Okay, I'm going to get to another bit of a time lapse getting this roof done. So let's get to work. All right, so starting off, I did build up the two back roofs that were slightly higher than the front ones that both lead into the tallest tower at the back, of which I also built out the roof for. Super happy with how it turned out, kind of a church spire roof almost. Now onto the first of the lower roofs. I decided on not adding the top andesite trim to these to differentiate them slightly from the back roofs. I don't know, just to make it a bit more interesting, I guess. And so that's the roofs all completed. With those done, I transitioned to the inside walls, which like I mentioned previously, were actually just gonna be a bunch of andesite pillars with some arches between them to give that grand library feel. And honestly, I am super happy with how they turned out. Okay, and with those roofs done, the top of everything is looking nice and clean now. And walking on inside, dude, those like arches actually just make such a massive difference. We still have quite a lot of work to do, honestly, because yeah, I mean, that now leads us into the actual interior of the build, which is probably the part I'm the most excited for. We've got a lot of cleaning up to do when it comes to all of these stinking leaves on the ground, man. Like, Jesus Christ, they're a pain to remove. I mean, we can probably use a water bucket. Also, we did have an incident with a creeper here. Just as I was opening a chest, it decided to explode right next to me. Luckily, as I, you know, exited the chest, I quickly punched him away, which is why he kind of exploded here. But he blew up this whole stinking chest, which was an absolute pain in the ass. You know, that's just the dangers of living out here in the wild, you know? Could be a creeper around every bloody corner. Oh, but dude, I am so excited to begin work on this interior. Like, oh, this place is gonna look absolutely phenomenal. But also just judging, yeah, I just kind of got goosebumps, but just judging by the scale of these walls, I feel like 4 stacks of bookshelves is not gonna be enough. Yeah, I have a feeling we're gonna have to definitely return to that stronghold to gather the rest of those bookshelves. But I'll leave it just in case if we have enough. But yeah, dude, look at this. The water making light work of these bloody freaking painful ass leaves. Look at that. Yeah, I also need to begin thinking about how I want to lay this out. I already have a general idea. I want to have like a nice textured stone path that runs along the entire edge. And I also want to have that path path lead out, you know, outside, obviously. And then I want to have it kind of connect up, you know, in the middle to make like a plus shape. And for that, I am going to need to go harvest a lot more andesite because this is all that I have left to my name. Yeah, the roofs really freaking chewed up a lot of andesite, as well as these pillars, of course. Well, thankfully, I have discovered a little bit of a cavegus right over here, which does have a bit of andesite in it. So I'm going to go harvest that, and I will probably just begin on the pathway next. That's going to be running around the entire base. Bro, I've just come back from mining a bunch of andesite. What the hell is going on here? Dude, that is quite a predicament that you found yourself in there, Mr. Llama. I don't know if I can really save this guy, and I don't know if I really want to, because that's kind of funny. Like, dude, if I didn't care about how my thumbnails looked, like that right there would be the thumbnail of the video. That's just freaking perfect right there. All right, you guys have fun hanging out. I'm gonna get back to goddamn making this pathway. All right, so nothing too crazy. I pretty much just removed all the dirt underneath the roofs, as well as in a plus shape out in the open section, and steadily replaced it all with stone bricks, and andesite slabs to save on resources, of course. Out in the open, I did leave a big square right in the middle for the actual main purpose of this new building, the enchanting area. I then started on the second floor balcony that runs along the entire length of the building, getting blown up by another creeper along the way. Okay, and welcome back to the new and improved interior. Obviously, there's not a lot going on in here, but with the pathways, that is looking so much better, especially with the balcony as well. Oh, I can't wait. So, let's stop waiting and let's get bloody well started. Firstly, with this little area over here on the bottom floor, I want to get like a storage slash crafting area set up. And so I'm thinking of starting off with something a little bit like that. Then I reckon what we should do is line the sides here with some barrels to kind of frame the crafting area a little bit nicely. Then I reckon we get another shelf up here, and we can grab out all the things I've pre-prepared, like a bit of a barrel. Let's get a grindstone, of course, very useful for enchanting. An anvil too, again, very important. And then to finish off the sides, I reckon a couple of chests would look quite nice. We can even throw maybe a lantern there. I don't exactly want it to be hanging though. So there we go. And then as for some decorations down below, let's maybe get a couple of extinguished campfires, maybe get another lantern here. We could probably get a couple of pot plants too. Why the hell stinking not? That's looking sweet. And now next to this is where I want to just begin adding a whole crap tonagus of chests and barrels. I don't think we're really going to be using these at all. They're mainly just there for the aesthetic purpose, of course. Like, this is going to be plenty of storage. And yeah, just something a little bit like that. Now, the only annoying thing is this kind of, you know, we can't put that above the chests, but we kind of can. I have a little bit of a solution. Let's pre-remove those, and we'll add the slabs onto these ones here. And so what we can do is, heading up here, we can just add some upside down, backwards facing stairs to kind of give a very, very similar effect to, you know, having slabs there instead. So now if we jump down, you can see we pretty much have that look going across everything, and it's looking nice and uniform. Hell yeah. So that's our crafting slash, you know, enchanting grindstone and anvil and storage setup looking nice. Now, I don't really know what to do on this side. I don't want to just exactly add the exact same thing over here because we really don't need it. So I think I'm going to leave this blank just for now, because up on the second floor is where I actually do know what I want to do, and that is start adding a lot of our bookshelves, okay? I've got all 4 stacks with me. I'm starting to feel like this is probably not going to be enough, but we'll find out. Okay, now just before we get started with the bookshelves, we do have a little bit of prep work to get done, and that is, you know, adding some safety railings across here, just so, you know, looks a little bit more established, and also, you know, safety hazard. We don't want to be falling off the second floor, okay? Okay, and now we can get to the placing of a lot of stinking bookshelves, okay? Something I definitely want to do is kind of have a little design in the middle of each one of these sections, because it'll definitely save on bookshelves here, but we can also just, you know, have something kind of unique and interesting in every single section. So for instance, in this first one here, what we could maybe do is just kind of line the entire thing with some dark oak, just a little bit like this. And then in the middle, what I'm thinking could look cool is having a fence with a flower pot on, and then we can just chuck in, I don't know, like a cornflower or something. And that's quite literally it for the first little section there. I think that's cool. For this next one, what we could try is maybe just, you know, integrating more bookshelves, but just having a bunch of shelves in them. I don't know if that makes any sense at all, but yeah, you can kind of see what I mean here. And there we go. That's the second section there. Now onto the next section. I'm thinking what we could do is something very similar to our pot plant one, but instead of a pot plant, maybe add a little leaf on top. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Now I haven't really thought about lighting just yet. It's definitely going to be dark up here without any lighting, so I might... Oh, actually, wait. I'm an idiot. We quite literally just put lanterns in here. Okay, we're gonna be fine. All right, for this next section, I'm thinking what we could do is maybe incorporate some painting. So I just went ahead and made a bunch of them. And I think what we could look nice is getting a bunch of different kind of shapes incorporated to kind of make like a mosaic of paintings almost. So down here, let's maybe get like 2 single ones. Up here, we could get a double wide one like that. And then over here, maybe just like a big 4-banger. Yeah, that skull one, I like that one. That looks nice up there. And then with 3 left, actually, is there any... Oh, there are paintings that fill up that whole space. Hell yeah, dude. That's sick. Which one do we go with? Oh, that's cool. All right. And then I reckon we just get the last 2 in there like that. Make sure we got no repeats. Yeah, we're good. Oh, that is looking awesome. That's such a nice little vibrant section. And then I'm thinking to finish off, we can once again get another one of these designs, except this time let's throw a lantern in and bang. That now pretty much completes this entire... Actually, no, I've lied. There's a few more details I need to get done. Hold on. And that detail is a couple of little ladders to get up and actually be able to access the books. So we'll throw some ladders on like that, and then we'll get one more final trapdoor up yonder. And that's just like a nice little, like kind of one of those sliding ladders that, you know, libraries have. I think we could definitely get another one maybe over here as well. Bang, dude. That is looking sick. I think I'm being invaded by a zombie as well. What the? A fully copper armored up zombie. Settle down, bro, with the drip. That's crazy. And yeah, if we come out here and take a look, oh, that's looking so nice. We definitely need to clean up the ceiling, I think. Like, we'll have to figure something out there, but oh, dude, that is looking so good. Now, that all up used a lot of bookshelves. I do not know if we have enough left. So a trip to the stronghold is looking inevitable here, but we'll see how we go. I'm gonna get started on this side of the top library thing. Okay, I've made a start on this wall, and I'm already down to 42 bookshelves. I think we're gonna have to definitely go back to the stronghold. But as for this decorative section here, let's do something a little... Okay, when I say a little, I seriously mean a little bit different. We're gonna get a shelf here, and on top of that, let's throw in an extinguished campfire, a flower pot, and a lantern. Hell yeah. Nothing too crazy, okay? We're not breaking bloody boundaries here, okay? Oh, and there we have it. We are literally so close to finishing. That's the amount of bookshelves I need right there. I mean, we do need a few more for, like, you know, the enchanting area and stuff. So, unfortunately, we're gonna have to head back to the stronghold. This time, I'm actually going to clear out my inventory so that we have space. And, yeah, I will meet you there. Okay, and welcome back to the stronghold. Here is that second library room. Thank Christ that there was 2 rooms in this place. We don't really need too many more bookshelves, but I am just going to go ahead and harvest all of this anyway, just so we don't have to come back to, you know, maybe get more in the future or something. So yeah, I'm going to get all of this crap harvested. Okay, I'm going to get to harvesting all of this. I will meet you back at the library build when I'm all finished here. Okay, we are back, and I'm getting assaulted. Oh my stinking goodness, man. The hell out of my freaking face. Okay, we're back. We're restocked with bookshelves. We have got plenty now. Let's get back over here and complete this side of the upper library. Okay, and there we have it. The 2 library bookshelf sections are done. Something I do really want to do is just kind of clean up all of the edges. So something I want to do is actually add dark oak logs kind of just surrounding the top and the sides of this, which is actually going to be quite problematic because it's going to block up currently my only way up here, which is the ladders that I've got in all of these little nooks. So I'm going to have to probably... Oh, actually, what would be nice is adding a ladder like right here. Yes, that would be perfect actually. So we could probably add one here and... Ooh. Okay, maybe not there. Let's maybe actually do it where these towers already are. We could add it in each 4 corners. I don't know why I said that so weirdly. I think that would actually work out perfectly. But yeah, what I want to do up here is just add in some logs like this, and then all the way across the top, I'm gonna have to go chop down more dark oak trees. God stinking damn it. But I think this will just kind of help clean up the look right now because it's just very like messy looking. So you can see already that has framed it quite nicely. We do need to clean up this area as well above here. So what I might end up doing is adding like slabs along the top there to kind of add a bit of a roof on and then transition it up to this one. I don't exactly know. I'm going to get that figured out and probably build all of this as a time lapse just because it is a little bit boring. So let's get sinking to it. All right, starting out, I first cleaned up this area in the first tower, adding a little reading bench as well as a ceiling here and under this entire strip of the library. I then pretty much repeated this process across every tower and every strip of under the roof, just getting everything nicely cleaned up. I also added in my ladder designs to each corner, which is honestly just such a better design than what I had before. All right, and that is just looking so much better. It's kind of crazy. Like, oh, it's just a nice clean roof all the way across. I love these little tower bits as well with this reading nook, and we have all of the entrances up in every single corner as well, which I am super duper happy with. So yeah, that is pretty much just going to complete the entire top layer of the library. I think it is now time to head back down to the bottom, figure out what we want to do with this wall, as well as these 4 little like kind of grassy courtyard areas. And of course, the enchanting area itself. Now, because we do have a lot of extra bookshelves here, I think what I might do for this section and also these little blank spots here and over here is just, you know, get a little bit more kind of bookshelving going. So I think what would look quite nice is just having something like this, and then we can add in another one of our little designs in the middle of this. We'll get the same thing going on the other side over here too. Now I think to block up this little ugly gap here, we can probably just do the same thing to what we did up above by just adding a strip of dark oak logs like so. Yeah, that's looking good. Now we just need to get a design added in here, which if we do just go ahead and do something like this, we're not really gonna have a lot of room, you know. We can't exactly add our fence and something on top. So, it's a bit interesting, isn't it? Maybe just like a leaf. Just a leaf block there could be kind of cool. Let's go get some leaves and see how that looks. It's a little bit odd, isn't it? It's definitely odd. Okay, maybe what we could do, remove the top and the bottom trapdoor and then have some fences. Yeah, that's kind of cool. I like that. It's definitely a bit interesting, bit unique. And I think we'll just get the same design repeated on this side because why stinking not? Hell yeah. And that's this wall all done. Now we do need to fill out this wall with even more bookshelves. Okay, and there is this wall all laid out. My idea for this little like kind of couple of shelves here is to just get it pretty much crammed with a bunch of flower pots. I think maybe we could remove a couple of them here and there and add in some lanterns just for some extra lighting. Either that or we hang them from up above here. I think honestly that's going to look better on the ceiling, so let's actually do that instead. So yeah, as for our pots here, I've got pretty much every single flower that I've collected, and we're just going to do something a little bit like that. It's a nice bit of popper color. I mean, the entire bookshelves are a bit of a popper color, but it's just something a little bit different kind of color, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's looking super nice, dude. Now let's work on getting some lanterns added in. We'll just add a slab in the middle of each of these kind of archways here, just so they're nicely kind of, you know, spaced apart. Hell yeah, dude, that is looking awesome. I really do love the copper lanterns too. I feel like they're just a little bit less harsh of like a color around there, and it makes it look so much warmer. I don't know, I really like it. Now I'm just gonna do the exact same thing here for this entire row, so just give me a moment. Oh, and dude, holy crap, is this area looking awesome. Like, that's insane. I really do. I think this is like one of the best interiors I've made. Like, this is, oh, I'm super happy with it. Now all that's left to do is these 4 little courtyard areas and obviously our enchanting table. I think I'm gonna leave that for lucky, well, bloody stinking last. And yeah, we need to figure out what to do with each of these areas. I have an idea for a couple of them. I think we're gonna start with this one. I just want to get like a little bit of like a leaf pattern, I guess. So I'm gonna go shave a couple of trees, get a bunch of leaves, and I think what I might do is just kind of follow the shape of the pathway here. So we can start off with something like this, maybe in like each of the corners, and then we can kind of maybe follow the shape of that again. And that might give us like an interesting kind of unique little shape of leaves, I guess. So I'm just gonna repeat this in all of the corners, and we'll see what happens. And I think to finish that off, bang, we'll just get one more leaf block right in the center, and there we go. It's almost like a little kind of hedge maze, I guess. I think next I might actually head over to this one, and I'm feeling like a little bit of a pond would be quite nice. So I'm gonna excavate out like a circular kind of area, and get it filled up with water. Okay, there's the pond all filled out. I think what would look really nice is right in the center. Let's get a little bit of a lantern going. And then all around this, all I want to pretty much do is just sprinkle in a whole bunch of sugar canes and leaves and grass, of course. But with these, I kind of want to make these bushes like trickle into like the center of the actual pond itself. I feel like that would just look really cool. So yeah, just something a little bit kind of like that. Oh, yeah, that's kind of cool. And then just to fill in all of these like kind of flat, bland little gaps, we'll just get some pieces of grass sprinkled around. And that is pretty much it there for the lush pond. I really like that, especially with like all of this like kind of growing towards the light. That's really cool. I like that. Now for this next section, nothing too special, okay? I just want like a big overgrown garden. So let's get a bunch of lilacs in the middle, and then around all of that, just randomly placed a bunch of various flowers and grass just sprinkled everywhere. There we go, just a little something like that. And now for the final section over here, I'm thinking kind of like a more established version of this. Very similar to this, actually. I want to get a bunch of dark oak tables built out. So yeah, just something like this, just like a bunch of rows of tables spaced apart by one. And then on top of all of these, we will just cram them full of flower pots. Maybe just leave like a couple of gaps where we can add lanterns and extinguish campfires and other kinds of details in there too. So I'm going to quickly get this all built out. Just give me a moment. Okay, and there we have it. There is our couple of rows of tables of pot plants and just, you know, other details. Oh, something else we could definitely get in there is maybe a couple of these amethyst things that I've been holding onto for ages. Bang, let's get one there, and just like a couple of these other gaps. I wish I did get more of those big ones because I kind of only really like the look of them, but that is perfectly fine. That's looking awesome. Okay, and that pretty much now leads us with the central enchanting area, where I do plan on getting just a row of bookshelves simply like this. It's just kind of funny how this is going to be like the most like nonchalant kind of part of this entire thing. So on there, we'll get our enchanting table, of which I'm yet to craft. And what I want to actually build up around this is like a little gazebo with like a leaf roof. I think that would look sick. Okay, and for this little gazebo, let's go ahead and just make like a simple slabbington roof. I reckon it's going to look nice. We'll just get the same design repeated across every single stinking section. Granted, I don't run out of slabs. Brother. Okay, there we go. There's the frame done. Now on the inside, I reckon we just cram this full of leaves, and then we could definitely leave it like that, but I feel like I want it to be kind of contained, you know, like that, pretty much. That there is the roof of the gazebo. Then I reckon what we should do is head down, grab a couple of chains, chuck a bit of a lantern on there. It's a little bit mismatched. There's copper chains now, aren't there? Okay. I'm gonna have to go make some copper chains. Give me a stinking second. Okay, and it is time for the finishing touches. Bang, bang, 2 copper lanterns. There's our copper, two copper chains. There is our lantern on. Let's go ahead and craft up the final piece of the puzzle. Our enchanting, stinking table. There it is. Let's smack that thing in. Oh, bang. Let me just make sure. Yes, it does reach level 30. Sweet. And there we have it, dude. That is pretty much going to complete our grand library build. I couldn't be happier with how this thing has turned out. I think this is probably one of the coolest builds I've built in a while. And well, obviously that is just the build itself done. I don't have a bridge leading over here just yet. I don't have pathways leading to it or anything like that. So I am going to save all of that for when we inevitably turn this whole area into like a mini city or town or something. I don't exactly know what kind of city or town I'm going to do, but yeah, as always, if you want to download this world so far and explore it for yourself, it'll be on my Patreon. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.